Greetings. Welcome to the orientation session for the COVID-19 Recovery Program, an initiative of Great Lakes Women's Business Council's Women's Business Center. The Women's Business Center is powered by the SBA, funded in part by the U.S. Small Business Administration. You are viewing this webinar because you have expressed an interest in our program. So this orientation is one to let you know that we are here to help. As you know, the public health crisis, COVID-19, was unprecedented, not like anything we have faced in our lifetimes. And because you are viewing this webinar, you have already indicated that you have been impacted by this pandemic. So during this orientation, we're going to unveil our new COVID-19 recovery program, introduce you to the team, discuss the services available in detail, and let you know of next steps. So let's begin. Welcome, I am Shante Dixon, Program Manager of the Women's Business Center. And as Program Manager, I have direct oversight of the program and develop specialized programs to support the strategic direction of the organization and accelerating women's business growth, such as the COVID-19 recovery program. I really enjoy my job. I get to come to work every day doing what I love because I know the work that we are doing is making a difference in the lives of women, which impacts their families, the community, and our economy. Even more importantly, I have a dynamic team that I get to work with every day who are just as passionate as I am. And you know what? I happen to like them too. So let's have a quick round of introductions of the team.
Hello, everyone. I am Benita Tyler, Business Counselor here at Great Lakes Women's Business Council. And my role is to help support you through the COVID-19 recovery process. I will be helping you with your business needs in terms of business strategic planning, business matchmaking, corporate and supplier diversity program matchmaking, and I really do look forward to working with you all.
Hello, everyone. I'm Laurie Westby. I am the Mentor-Mentee Program Coordinator here at the Great Lakes Women's Business Council. And my role will be to help coordinate the mentor program and provide group mentor facilitation for businesses that have experienced supply chain disruptions due to the COVID-19 economic pandemic. So I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you turn your businesses around and get you the support that you need. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sherry Cummins, the Michigan Women's Marketplace and WBE Services Coordinator. I manage the portal that we will be using for training. I'll talk more with you about that later in the webinar. And I also support the team here, and some of the things I might be helping with are capability statements and pitch help. Those are things that will help you go from surviving to thriving. And I really enjoy helping you do those things and any other support effort that I can do to make it make your future successful. I look forward to meeting you.
Thank you, ladies. You will all hear from each of them later in this broadcast as they share on their respective program areas. So let's get started. Who are we? I think it's very important for you to know the depth of the organization that you will be engaging with. For some of you, this may be your first encounter with Great Lakes WBC, or for some others, you may have engaged with a particular program. So I think it's important that we understand the depth of Great Lakes Women's Business Council. Founded in 1984 by our Executive Director, Michelle Richards, Great Lakes Women's Business Council, formerly known as Center for Empowerment and Economic Development, SEED, is a nonprofit champion for women, minority, and small business owners. We offer a comprehensive array of programming to accelerate business growth, such as certification for women-owned business enterprises, the WBE, which opens the door to corporate and federal procurement opportunities, access to capital through seed lending, which provides small business loans throughout the 9 counties in Southeast Michigan, business growth assistance, technical assistance in obtaining contracts, and small business educational support through our Women's Business Center. Being a Women's Business Center since 1995, we are one of the first WBCs in the nation, and we belong to a rich network of 116 WBCs across the nation. And our goal is to seek to level the playing field for women business owners who still face unique obstacles in the business world. So as I shared earlier, this pandemic has been unprecedented. We have seen widespread closing of stores, food establishments, entertainment venues, manufacturing facilities, and many other businesses that had to shelter due to policy mandate or downward demand shifts. Many of these closures may be permanent because of the inability to pay ongoing expenses and to survive the shutdown. And for those of you who are viewing this webinar, you may be able to relate to that as well. The impact on small business around the world is likely to be severe, and we're seeing reports coming out now just from the first 3 months of how severe this impact has been. As we know, the effects on small businesses are severe. It is even more so for already disadvantaged businesses, such as the woman-owned business or minority-owned. So these statistics that I'm about to share are startling. In just the first 2.5 months of this pandemic, we've seen a significant decline in women-owned businesses. They're down 25%. African-American businesses, 41%. Latino experienced major losses as well, with 32% of business owners disappearing between February and April. Immigrant business owners suffered a large drop of 36%. So this is quite startling to us as an organization that works hard to advocate and to uplift those businesses that are already experiencing challenges. But it is great to know that as an organization, we have worked really hard with our partners, and an opportunity presented itself through the SBA CARES Act in May of 2020, where we are able now to launch the COVID-19 recovery program. And this program will address a lot of those needs that we shared that are experienced by our women-owned businesses impacted by COVID-19. So who qualifies for this particular program? Any business that was active at the start of the pandemic with one of the following conditions as a result of COVID-19. If you experienced a decrease in your gross receipts, meaning that your money is just not coming in due to the shutdown, or your contracts were suspended. A decrease in customers. Many customers were sheltered in place, so they were not doing business anymore. Again, shifting their resources, which impacted your business operations. Any major disruption as a result of COVID-19. And also closure. So we are here to help. And if any of these conditions apply, definitely this is the program for you. A few of our program elements and areas of focus, we will be looking at business strategies and practices. Many of you may have to pivot or look at new market opportunities, so we will address those needs. Financing, we will help you to access conventional financing through banks, alternative lending, such as through small business loans or micro lenders, and also the various federal programs that have come out, such as the PPP and the EIDL loan, among other economic development resources that are available. Safety, prevention of the transmission, and just acknowledging the hazards of COVID-19 and other communicable diseases. We will have industry experts to help assist you in this area as well. With the increase of doing business remotely and dealing a lot with e-commerce and with the internet and technology, the risk of cyber threats have increased as well. So we will have programming around risk and potential mitigation of cyber threats. Supply chain disruption. If your normal way of getting your product for manufacturing your product has been disrupted because your supply chain has been disrupted, we will address those issues as well. And lastly, virtual business practices. Even if you have not sheltered and you're working telework indefinitely, you may have incorporated some virtual business practices, even if you are open for business and seeing clients directly. So we will help address any changes in your business practices, which includes your workers working remotely. You may have outsourced part of your customer service to remote workers. You may no longer be doing face-to-face engagements. So we will have training, mentoring, and counseling around those areas. The good thing about our program is that we too had to pivot as a result of COVID-19. So a lot of our services that we proudly have administered face-to-face, we've had to pivot and go virtually. So this program was designed to continue to provide that same intimate, caring, face-to-face services that we normally have in a virtual environment. So you do not need to leave the comfort of your home or office. As long as you have access to the internet and can commit your time, you can participate in our programming. Now, I'm going to turn it over to our team to describe each service delivery in detail.
Thank you, Shantae. Hello and welcome everyone. Again, my name is Benita Tyler and I am the business counselor here at Great Lakes Women's Business Council. And today I'm going to be providing an overview of our one-on-one coaching program. So what we're going to cover and what you'll walk away with after this portion of the presentation is a knowledge of what business coaching is. We're going to talk to you about how to work with your business coach, the benefits of participating in our program, and most importantly, we're going to tell you how you can get started. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So before, earlier this week, I sent out a poll and I asked small business owners and entrepreneurs, what do you think when you hear the word business coach? What is it that comes top of mind? And some of the answers that I got as they described the business coach were a consultant. Many of them think of a business coach as a consultant to their business. Others said that they think of a coach as a mentor. Some think that a business coach is an advisor. And then very interestingly, one of the responses was that a business coach is a trainer. Now, a business coach may have one or all of these as a part of their experience, but one of the things that responses that came out of the survey that I think captures the essence of our program is this. And I'm going to show you on the next slide. So what is a business coach? I'll say our working definition. It is an entrepreneur or a business owner who uses their business experience to help other business owners to reach their goals. And so as Shantae mentioned in the introduction, our organization has experienced a lot of what many of you have experienced, and it's causing most businesses, many businesses, to pivot. We've had to do that, and we will be connecting you with other businesses, business owners, our corporate partners, and we will be sharing our experiences to help you to reach your goals in your business. So now that we understand what a business coach is, let's talk a little bit about how do you work with your coach. On the next slide. So we designed this program when we were thinking about how do we interact and engage with our members, the members of our community, small business owners and entrepreneurs, and how do we do that safely? We were thinking about you. And one of the things that we knew we had to do was make this program both convenient and accessible. And the way that we're going to do that is by allowing you to set your own schedule when working with us. We will make that scheduling streamless. We will streamline that process and make it easy as possible. And also, we will be conducting meetings online. So you may be familiar with various platforms. Maybe you've had team meetings with your staff yourself, and we will be doing all of our meetings will be virtual online. But then you may have a quick question, and it may not take a face-to-face meeting. Maybe you have, just a quick, you want to do a quick check-in. And so we make ourselves available by email and by phone call. So this is how we're going to work. Next slide. So now you know what a business coach is, and you have an idea of how we're going to be working with you. You may be thinking, well, what areas will we be focusing on? Shantae did mention in the introduction, but I want to give you some idea of what that looks like. So if you have had a disruption in your sales, maybe again, your gross receipts have declined, we'll be looking at various aspects of your selling process, helping you to redefine or recreate a sales plan, reaching out to your customers. Perhaps it is dealing with the area of marketing. How do you get customers back that you've actually lost? Or how do you pivot and get new customers now that we are in the new normal? Finance is another one of the areas that is a challenge, but it's not impossible to overcome. Right now, there are many resources that are available coming through the pipe specifically as a result of COVID-19. We have access to this information, and we try to stay on top of the different changes in the laws and the resources so that we can be first responders and get that information out to you. Technology is another area. Technology is going to be one of the top ways that businesses are going to pivot. So whether that is working remotely or even interacting with your customers and your client base. But technology has its own, I would say, its own monster in terms of learning and catching up with the different learning curves. So we'll be able to help you to identify what technology may help to make your business more productive, help you work more efficiently, and help you get your business back up and running. Another area that small business owners are concerned with is safety. We know that now that we are returning back and opening up our doors again, safety is an issue. And so we have resource partners that can help you to develop a safety and risk management plan, whether that is to keep you safe as the business owner, your employees, or even your customers who may have a concern with coming back and doing business, outside of our safe order. Supply chain. That's a big one too, because we've seen a lot of disruption in terms of, as Shante mentioned, the manufacturing. Perhaps your supply chain deals with companies that are global or even local, or perhaps you are part of the supply chain. So we will be talking about ways to help you ramp back up with your different options. And if something of this nature were to ever happen again, we want to make sure that you are positioned to be successful in that area. And then if none of these areas, if sales, you find you're good with that, and marketing and finance or technology, even the safety, risk management, or supply chain, if none of those things apply to you, then we still have general planning. That may be simply dealing with issues surrounding your team's morale and your own inspiration, personal development. General planning can, we don't have any topics that will be off limit, because we are here to support you in the growth and success of your business. Next slide. So now at this point, you may be thinking, okay, all of that sounds really nice, but does coaching really work? And being the numbers person that I am, I had to geek out and do some numbers. So this is results from the Personnel Management Association. And it was a survey taking of small business owners who had actually engaged in coaching, whether that was one-on-one coaching with the owner or their staff members, or whether that was group coaching programs. And this is the results that came out. 53% of small business owners said that after working with a business coach, they saw an increase in productivity. 61% said that there was a reported that there was an increase in job satisfaction. 23% saw a reduction in operational costs. 22% saw an increase in profitability, and 67, a whopping 67%, reported an increase in teamwork. Now, if you look at each one of these areas and you think about your business plan, do you see a need for coaching? Do you see any area where your business may benefit from having strategies around productivity or increasing job satisfaction? When you get your team on board, they say a happy employee is a happy customer. Customer service is number one. And operational costs. Imagine if you can think of ways with a coach that will help you to reduce costs, then that automatically trickles down to your bottom line. So these are just some of the ways that we know, the statistics are backing the success of small business owners who have gone through a coaching program. And we are really looking forward to working with you and to helping your business through our one-on-one coaching program. So after the orientation, we're going to provide you with next steps and how you can get started. Thank you.
This is Sherry Cummins again. I am the Michigan Women's Marketplace and WBE Services Coordinator, and I'm excited to talk to you about web-based training. That is how we are going to conduct training for the COVID-19 recovery program. Being web-based is a plus on many levels. You can view training on your own schedule to meet your goals that you and your counselor have set up so that there is more flexibility. If you need to repeat the training, maybe you just want to run back through a few of the points, you can do that at your leisure because everything's recorded. You don't have to travel to get to your training, so it's convenient for you. And if you are traveling, you can take your training with you. Let's talk about the Michigan Women's Marketplace on the next slide, please. Michigan Women's Marketplace is the portal for the recovery program training, and it's the portal for the Women's Business Center domiciled at Great Lakes Women's Business Council. What's exciting is that your online training is conducted by industry professionals, members of the Great Lakes WBC, and subject matter experts. They will also provide you with the tools you need to succeed. And we're fortunate to have the availability of such trainers and training. Next slide, please. One aspect of training on the Michigan Women's Marketplace, and sometimes you'll hear me refer to that as MWM, or you might see that in writing as MWM, is I treasure that the training is 24/7. I'm a learner. If you aren't a learner yet, I hope that you will be by the time this is over, once you see all of the jewels that we have out on the Michigan Women's Marketplace, even at this very moment. As you juggle your many important hats, you have access to training when it's convenient for you. You can build time into your schedule that is quiet when it's right for you. Next slide, please. If you put all of this training together, or even look at them individually, it's amazing the value, and it's at no cost to you. The training is at no cost. You can save your pennies for other business and personal responsibilities, and right now that's very important. The only thing asked of you is to take full advantage of this resource and to implement the training that fits your needs into your business behaviors and decisions. We want to see that the training is making a real difference to you and to your business. And there's a variety of trainings, and then of course the trainings that are made specifically for the COVID-19 recovery. Next slide, please. The training is conducted live, and every live training is recorded. There is a library, as I spoke of earlier, of already recorded sessions on the Michigan Women's Marketplace to help you grow your business and also to help you grow personally and professionally. There's training that deals with speaking, how to make a capability statement, how to access financing and funding, and how to prepare yourself when you have that discussion with the financial institution. There are already some COVID-19 resource webinars out there in maintaining hope. We are humans. Business owners are human beings, and that hope is spread not only through you, but through you to your customers and to your colleagues. So and your employees, and so it's good for you to have that kind of training as well. How you can move forward through the training, lots of training. So I encourage you to take a look at that while you're waiting to get started even. And we'll talk about how you can get there. Training for the recovery program will be conducted at minimum weekly. Some weeks may see more training. When you register for a training, remember to put the training on your calendar. Right now, we have so many things pulling us in different directions that even the best of us can forget that we have a training. So put that on your calendar so that you don't forget it, so that you don't miss out if you want to participate in a live training. But again, if that doesn't work for you in your schedule, you can watch it at a later time. But if you want to be part of that live training, you need to put that on your schedule. Could we have the next slide, please? And here I have a schedule made out for you already, and things that you'll want to remember. So next slide, please. To access the training, you must be registered on the Michigan Women's Marketplace that we discussed. And here's a picture of the registration page. It may not look exactly like this, but pretty close, because I've already registered. So this is my page that I see when I open it up, but I still have to log in. So once you register, you're going to come back and see this login page. But if you are not yet registered, you will see to the right where you see login, and under the places where I would be logging in, where you can create an account, and that's where you'll start. Next slide, please. Let's get started. The registration form, once you say let's get started, will look like this. There's a question at the bottom that will expand the form. So if you say, yes, I have a business, which under these circumstances you would, this form is going to expand. It's too long to put on this slide for you, but I did want to give you an idea of what the form looks like. Remember to complete every field that has an asterisk. You can see that small asterisk next to the words, the field titles, and you'll see reCAPTCHA there. That's to keep our information secure and your information secure. So make sure you click that box. When you are done, you'll see at the bottom to register. And again, yours is going to be longer because it's going to have more information requested of you because you do own a business. But you're going to register by clicking on that button. If nothing happens, scroll back to the top and you'll see a few messages that will tell you what you need to correct. Correct those fields, but you again have to make sure that every field with an asterisk is complete. Some of that information might disappear, and then you'll have to go again to click on the reCAPTCHA. If you have any issues with the registration, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm at scummins@greatlakeswbc.org. You can also go to greatlakeswbc.org under About and Staff, and there you will see staff and the emails addresses associated with that staff member. And so contact me there and I will help you to get registered because we want you to do that as quickly as you can. Next slide, please. When registration is complete, you will see this message. You now have access to all of the nifty tools like the Learning tab for training, links to resources, webinars, and supportive organizations. You can also add your name to the Michigan Women's Business Directory, and that is just one of the benefits. You've come along here, you're registering to be part of the COVID-19 recovery program, but there are going to be additional benefits just by logging on to the Michigan Women's Marketplace. You'll want to be part of what we know to be at this time is Michigan's only women's business directory. Next slide, please. Web-based COVID-19 recovery program training is designed to allow you to become fully engaged in the process of recovering while you continue to manage other aspects of your life. And now, Laurie will talk to you more about how we're going to accomplish that.
Thank you, Sherry. So now let's get into our virtual mentoring program. Next slide. So the MentorWe program is an exciting program for certified WBEs to advance and develop your businesses through corporate executive and peer mentoring. Through MentorWe, WBEs will have the opportunity to increase their business acumen in a variety of areas while enhancing your leadership, your networking, and your communication skills. The MentorWe COVID-19 recovery program is specifically focused on providing this experience to WBEs impacted by COVID-19 and providing them with the tools to be able to thrive in the wake of this pandemic. So if you have experienced supply chain disruptions, staffing challenges, a decrease in gross receipts or customers, or a closure as a result of COVID-19 economic disruption, this is the program for you. Next slide, please. The MentorWe program is supported by our corporate members, and this is our elite team of industry supporters who believe in the vision and the mission of the Great Lakes Women's Business Council, and they have devoted time and resources to helping WBEs achieve success. We could not be more grateful for their engagement and support. as WBEs, you will have direct access to our corporate members. You will be able to form relationships with them and obtain ideas and information for your business and strategies to help position your business to emerge with a long-term plan for sustainability and growth. Next slide, please. The WBE Mentor-Mentee Matching format will pair not more than 10 WBEs with an experienced WBE peer mentor. The small group design is intentional to make sure that every participant has an opportunity to be heard and engaged. You know, with too many people in the room or too many people in a group, it is easy for some to fade into the background or just disconnect with too many people. So you will have a unique opportunity to tap into the mindset of an experienced business professional, and you are encouraged to take full advantage of these sessions. Next slide, please. So the mentor-mentee meetings will be scheduled twice a month via Zoom. We feel that's a good amount of time to meet monthly so you can share and at least start to work on any follow-up assignments or action items that might come out of a particular mentoring session. The sessions will last for at least 6 months with regular check-ins with yours truly, and for any concerns or suggestions throughout the program's duration. So we anticipate a minimum of 6 virtual MentorWe groups being formed. Participants will be surveyed about their business, current issues they're facing, and what they're hoping to achieve. So this information will be used to match participants with their respective mentor groups. Next slide, please. All right, the MentorWe sessions will specifically focus on strategies centered around recovery from COVID-19 disruption. So peer WBEs are experienced and have weathered crisis and disruption and successfully pivoted in the past. They are personally committed to the WBE network success. Again, you'll have a unique opportunity, not afforded to everyone, to engage with them and really pick their brains on anything from rebranding or financials, marketing, business model shifting, legal questions. You know, what does the new normal look like for your business post-COVID, etc. It's important to note there is no competition. The emphasis is on those common strategies that can help any business to pivot and apply best practices going forward. Next slide. All right, this is a very important slide. We know that you will only get out of any experience what you're willing to put into it. Therefore, it is very important that you adhere to the following. Keep your scheduled appointments. Respect the mentor's time and that of your cohort. That means as soon as all the meetings are scheduled, put them on your calendar. You can literally set it and forget it. I know that's a cheesy reference to an infomercial, but it applies here. Just schedule those meetings, get them on your calendar so there's no conflict and you won't have to remember, did I do it? Do it as soon as possible. Next, be engaged in the dialogue. Again, there's no competition, no trade secrets shared, but this will require some vulnerability on your part to discuss what is truly happening in your business or externally around your business that might have an impact on your business. Then be prepared. You may have some follow-up work to complete between your meetings with the peer mentor, and you'll be held to that. You'll need to make sure that you complete it so that it makes the meetings more fruitful and productive for you. And lastly, communicate. Let us know what's going on if you're unable to participate for some reason. And also, let us know when things are going great or when they need a little extra attention. After all, we are all here to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for very in-depth and informative presentations that you all provided. So where do we go next? You heard the different presentations on the various components of our COVID-19 recovery program, the one-on-one coaching, the web-based training, and our Mentor-We program. So where do we go from here? You've already taken the first step and expressed an interest in the program because you've identified that you have been impacted by COVID-19. We know that there's a lot of uncertainty around, and you may be wondering, do you have the time, or can you even think of what to do next? But the purpose of this orientation is to let you know that we are here to help. Great Lakes Women's Business Council has been helping women and minority businesses for 36 years, and we're still here to help. And this is a wonderful opportunity to take advantage of this resource. The benefit of it being powered by the SBA, this program, all of the services that we just shared with you in this webinar are at no cost to you. All you need to do is be committed and allocate your time. And what better time during this period of uncertainty to look at opportunities? We endeavor to help you not just recover through this program, but we want to see each of you thrive. We know that periods of uncertainty opens the door for opportunity, and we're here to help you. So the next step is you've already expressed an interest. We have your contact information. So you will be hearing from one of our recovery team members within the next week, and that will open the door for you to begin to walk into your new future. I just want to leave you with some final tidbits. During this period of uncertainty, you need to broaden your perspective on what is possible. What I love about the team at the Women's Business Center is that we are possibility thinkers. So you need to broaden your perspective about what is possible. Step 2, you need to map your strategic choices. As you've heard in our presentation, we're going to help you to look at strategy. We're going to look at long-term focus and not just short-term. And we're going to help you to identify alternative as well, which is very important. So I hope that you found this webinar valuable. Again, we're here to help. Our contact information, our main line is 734-677-1400. You can stay tuned for further updates by accessing our Great Lakes website at www.greatlakeswbc.org. And again, one of our recovery team members will be reaching out to you shortly. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to working with you.